Hey, Shalom, Shalom. This is Yah Demai from the Great Millstone, Houston. And I want to give all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahab Wakakadash. And double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone, the bishops and the elders on down, and the high priest that taught them. Now I'm going to do a little lesson. Going in, not being afraid of destruction, And we will be somewhat, a little frightened, with things happening. But like when you covered by Yahweh Bashim Shai, you should have, you keep a healthy feel, but, nothing should really shouldn't be afraid, And I'm going to start off with Psalms 91 and 5. Matter of fact, let me start at the first verse, not just jump down. Psalms 91 and 1. He that dwell in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Right? In the secret place, in this truth, when you abide in this truth, we got this knowledge. We'll be protected and doing what you're supposed to do. Yahweh Shai gonna protect us. We're gonna be under that shadow. Okay? Now read 2. Psalms 91 and 2. I will say of Yahweh Shai, he is my refuge. He's that safe place that go to. And my fortress. My power, Yahweh, in him will I trust. In him we gonna trust. It ain't no other way. Okay? There ain't no other way. And I just keep reading. And he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings. You can use that as a chariot too, you can use this two ways, Psalms 91 and 4, he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shall not and under his wings shall thou trust his truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Yeah. You in this truth. You got this truth, man. It's gonna be like a shield and buckler to you. It ain't gonna, can't nothing harm you. If you're doing what you're supposed to do. Okay? Psalms 91 and 5. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that fly by day. And it's going into those missiles, right? Being protected. Pretty much, because in this chapter really, it goes into the elect being beamed up and nothing touching us, while going up. I believe you can use this too, like in the daily situation, Psalms 91 and 6. Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasted at noonday. Verse 7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Yeah, in these last days, people, they're gonna be out here really dropping. Hey, a lot of these people took that snake juice, right? And they might just have something come through, and they push a button, and these people that got that jab, and it'll activate that juice that's up in them. They just start dropping like flies. And we are the hopeful elect. We didn't take that, right? And you can use that. I always think about this script. I think about that when I read that scripture, right? 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee, right? But it's talking about the destruction. Only With thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Yeah. And ultimately, that's what we want to see. Even if it's these 2/3, in these other nations, right? So I'm gonna jump to, I'm gonna go to, what's that, Job. And I'm doing this lesson too, inspired by the beloved Apostle Gabar, the beloved Apostle Gabar video that he did yesterday. Uh, Job 5 and 22. Yeah. Job 5 and 22. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beast of the field shall be at peace with thee. Yeah. Hopefully I'm part of that right there, Yeah. Yeah, we ain't gonna be afraid. We be laughing because we be knowing we knowing what times that we'll be in, you know, and because we know it's gonna come to pass, and that's gonna make us rejoice in our mind. That's what I want to say. It's gonna be joyous and refreshing to see these things happen. So we gonna be laughing. We gonna be like, man, throughout the Yahweh Shema Shai, you know, for these things, that's coming forth, you know, because it's prophecy. Yeah, I just wanted, just to say, man, we're going to be laughing at some of these things that happen that's going to take place, in these, end of these days, and, these last days. They hear some of the more troubles that come, approaching us, if that makes sense to you. Let me get Proverbs right quick. One, and I guess it's 23, or it's somewhere. Let me see. Oh, what happened? What I do? Did something. Okay. Proverbs 1. Must have typed something stupid on accident. Yeah. I started at 24. Proverbs 1 and 24. Because I have called, and ye refuse, I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. He's stretching out his hands with the brothers, the prophets, that's out there teaching the truth. But ye have sat at naught at my counsel, and with none of my reproof. Yeah, you're not listening. You're turning your shoulder. You don't want to hear. You don't want to listen. You don't want to take heed. Proverbs 1 and 26. I also will laugh at your calamity. Yeah, the Lord gonna be laughing. We're gonna be laughing through Yahweh Shema Shai. He's gonna put it on us to laugh at your calamity, because you wasn't taking heed. I will mark when your fear come. Yeah, I just wanted to get that. Like I say, we're gonna be laughing, because I didn't want to take heed. And like I said, we're gonna be joyful, because we know these things is to come. They're playing out. And let me get this last one in Psalms 13 and 5. This is Psalms 13 and 5. But I have trusted in thy mercy. My heart shall rejoice in thy salvation. Yeah, we're gonna be rejoicing. That's what it's all about. We're gonna be rejoicing. Might be shedding tears, laughing, Verse 6, I will sing unto Yahweh Shema Shai, because he hath dealt bountifully with me. Yeah, to the hopeful elect. That's gonna be our mindset. just to be joyful in these days to come. We're going to rejoice because we know our salvation is at hand, is at the end, it's near, it's nigh, okay? And I hope this been, edifying to the elect. And I'm going to give all praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. You know, thanks for letting me do this lesson. And double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone and the bishops and the elders on down and the high priest that taught them. And next, shalom till next time. Shalom.